My name is Scottee and I'm an artist. How do I describe the work, my practice or the work that I make? I guess like lots of different ways. If I'm talking to somebody who works in the arts, I say, "Oh, I'm an artist. I mainly make stuff that's performance." But when I'm talking to my nan, I kind of say, "Oh, I'm a bit like Julian Clary and Stephen Fry," and that kind of works for my nan. So if it works for her, that she wants me to be a drag queen, then I'll be a drag queen. So I'm not precious about who sees my job or what they think my job is. But the work that I make is mainly about me kind of being a bit of a loudmouth about stuff in society that I find really annoying that we haven't worked out yet. As a civilization, we kind of haven't worked out how to get along with each other, how to be nice, and how we can like sustain ourselves on this planet in an ethical, good way. And so I make kind of pedantic responses to that, usually about outsiders or people who are othered by kind of mainstreams. It's usually kind of full of like tinsel and mess and rubbish and silliness, and I use comedy to kind of talk about the awkward rubbish that British people just don't want to talk about. So in a nutshell, I am quite gobby, but I'm also like really interested in like wearing sequins for a living. I I'm making a piece of work called Any Excuse. And the idea behind that piece of work is that at the start of this year, a lot of my friends were going through quite a difficult time. And I started telling my friends what it was that I loved about them and what it was that I respected about them. And it got me thinking, why is it that only in a crisis we tell people who are our chosen family, so our friends, what it is that we love about them? And so I started to think about maybe I could make something which made people tell those who are their best friends what they actually think of them. And so Any Excuse is a hot tub which is wood fired, in which you come in at dawn or dusk with three of your best mates and you just have a nice experience. There's a bottle of bubbly on me, some nice sweet things, and it's just for you to be around your friends and be like, wow, we all really like each other. And that's it. There's no like clever ploy to get you to cry. It's just saying, let's have a really beautiful time and make something really nice. And it's also, I guess, because I make a lot of stuff that is quite dark and quite sinister in terms of how we deliver the messages, and it's quite angry. And so I just thought, why not make something that's nice? So I'm going to try and make something that's nice. So you kind of go into a crop circle, get into this hot tub, and hopefully after an hour of being in there with your friends, something has solidified in your relationship that you can feel like you can tell them you love them whenever you need to. Um, so people might have seen some posters around town, which is my dodgy handwriting, asking people if they want a free champagne hot tub experience. And so those are going on the internet, they're in local advertising, they're going to be covertly put up around town, and there's an email address at the bottom, and all people have to do is email that address. That's it. And then instructions are sent from then on. It's very easy. No one's going to ask you for money. There's no trickery. It's just send this email. We'll send you a couple of questions and then you're done. And so there's the opportunity for 10 group of friends to enjoy this in a weekend in August. There is a deadline for applications, which is the 31st of July. And after that, people will be notified who is the lucky 10 groups. I think what I found super interesting about working here in Peterborough is, yes, some people from outside of Peterborough have identified Peterborough as being an area with low uptake in the arts. But I tell you what I found is that there's a real appetite here. People are like, wow, what are you doing? Oh, this sounds exciting. This sounds fun. And so I think what I've learned from this project and what I'll keep on learning is actually those perceptions that are often from outsiders of places like Peterborough are sometimes untrue, and perhaps it's just the way that art and culture is communicated to people rather than enforced on people, and in the way that a work is delivered is more to do with the sector's issues and not with society's. So there's been a positive that I've learned from Peterborough, and I think it's really beautiful. I mean, I'm going to be open. When I said that I was coming to Peterborough, I thought, well, I know what that looks like. That's going to look like Stevenage. It's going to look like every roundabout town I've been to. And it doesn't. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. Look, the sun's out because I'm saying it. But even if you just go through, is it called Church Square? Church Square? Cathedral Square. Look, I demoted the cathedral to a church. It's just beautiful, and so I hope that is reflected in the people here and the uptake of this project.